Hello and welcome back to part 2. I am
Greetings.
the captain.
I am Rob Chapman.
And yes, part 2 of the Blindfold Amp Challenge, where now we venture into some slightly more affordable territory with a mixture of devices that make a noise that Rob doesn't know. Rob doesn't know what they are, obviously.
No, I've been sat downstairs in the freezing cold playing Dark Moon on my phone.
We have chosen a selection of products from our store. The only caveat really, or whatever, sort of restriction with this was these are now all the amps that sell for under £1,000. Same vibe as the last Blindfold one. Rob is using the Ghost Fret Pro into the same Marshall 4x12, using again, if he wants them, a Tube Screamer TS9 on the floor and a Mythos Mjolnir. There's no particular order. There are 7 amplifiers, and here they are.
7 of them.
There are 7 now, one more than we had before. And they are going in this order for you. So that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rob, it's not, you don't have to try and guess what they are, but that's always fun if you try and, give your comments. We're really just giving them marks out of 10 so that you can say, oh, I like that one, or I don't like that one. You'll notice we cough, splutter, and do everything we can to try and disguise whatever switches and knobs we might be turning on to get the guitars sounding good. If the amp has reverb in it, you will hear the amp's reverb. If the amp does not, you will hear the reverb supplied by the excellent Boss RV6 reverb.
Love it.
And as before, every single amp for its initial tone is set to a dirty channel with all the gain and tone controls set to 12, and then Rob can ask it to be tweaked from there. So, are you ready, Monsieur Chapman?
Yes, I was born ready.
I was born ready. Here we go with amp numero 1.
Could you give me a little bit more gain?
Yes.
Oh. I like this as a platform for pedals. Can I put the Tube Screamer on, please? It's on now?
Yeah. Do you want the Mjolnir on?
Yes. Could you turn the reverb off?
I could, if I knew which reverb pedal it was. I suppose if I turn them all off, it's got to be one of them. Is it off now? No, hold on. Sorry. There we are. It's off now.
I really like it, and I think it is an orange.
Okay. And are you going to give it a mark out of 10?
with the right pedal board,
Yes.
I'm going to give this a resounding 7.9.
7.9. There we go. The scores are on the doors, ladies and gentlemen. Really, the excitement starts from here because it's all about whether the other amps are going to score higher or lower than this particular amplifier here.
Which was probably one of those little tiny O-tone things, isn't it?
What?
Well, this could be anything. It's under £1,000, isn't it?
Absolutely under £1,000.
Oh my God.
And no, yes, we're not giving you any. Here we are, in here, we want that, and yes we do. And I believe now that, oh, here we go.
That's
See how loud
gain-alicious,
this is, okay. Right.
Wow, really?
Oh, okay, I've got the Mjolnir on still. Let me turn the Mjolnir.
Could you turn the gain, like, I'm guessing it's on like 12, yeah?
Everything's on 12, that's right, yeah.
So like, knock it down just a bit to like 10, kind of
Yeah.
like. That's really nice.
Any pedals?
Shania Twain.
No, turn the gain down to 8, and then add the tune screamer.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go.
Wow. Take the pedal off. Well, I don't think I've ever played one of these. I might be. I'm going to be wrong. I've got no idea what it is. It's got way more gain than I would ever need. It's kind of a little bit 5150-ish. I've got no idea what it is. I'm just going to say that I give this... sorry, turn the gain down just a bit more.
So this is the gain as low as it goes.
Oh, right.
Here we go.
Turn the volume up a bit.
There we go.
So I think for me, it's probably got way too much gain. I really like it, though. I'm going to give this a 7.8.
Okay, that's one less than the amp before, just making
Yes.
sure that, so you liked it just slightly
Just
less.
for my personal
Yeah,
usage.
no, that's cool.
Yeah, because
I like it.
I really like the
That's
gain
good.
sounds.
That's good.
I've got no idea what that is.
Okay. No problem at all. Well, and as music starts while Rob is changing all the amps in the pile. And here we go with some special equipment. Amp numero 3.
Okay.
Everything at 12 o'clock. Let me just triple check that. Yes, it is. And we are going now.
Ooh, fluffy. Back the gain off, back on the tube screamer, please.
Okay, gain coming down.
Tube screamer off. No reverb?
Oh, I apologise. I apologise. Keep playing.
I think I might own this. This reminds me a lot of my HT5 head, but I don't think it's an HT5 because that's not like a modern. You wouldn't bother doing a promotional video on an HT5. So it's something that has that kind of. I don't think it's entirely valve. I think there's valves in the preamp, and then I think the rest of it might be solid state. I like it. It's just got that little bit of fluff that's not quite solid enough for my British crunchy joy. So I'm going to say, I think probably, I'm going to give this a 6.5, pushing a 6.6.
Okay. Like an HT.
It sounds like you're whispering.
No, I was just writing bit like an HT5 because that's what you just said.
But I should say, the HT5 is one of the best amps I own, and I've used that for recording loads of DAW stuff, like some of the triple tracking. We had an HT5 in desaturated. There's just something in the way it reacts that reminded me of an HT5. I'd be surprised if you pulled up an HT5. Do you even sell this anymore?
Yes, we do.
All right, okay.
It's very, very popular, in fact. Probably still one of the best-selling Blackstar amps. So who knows? It could well have been one. Here comes amp numero quattro. He said.
When are you going to run out of Italian numbers?
Now. Oh no, I can do 5. Go.
Is that a lot of gain though?
Everything's on 12.
Is that... Could you turn the gain all the way down till it becomes a crunch? Is that the gain as low as it goes?
No, it's got a little bit less.
Do it. It's that Hotone head.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Fridge.
Hotone head. It has to be.
Magnet.
Do you want any pedals?
Put the tube screamer on. You turn the volume up a little bit.
Okay.
That's a Hotone head, or I'm a tone deaf hoe.
Well, without wanting to upset another guitar manufacturer potentially, would you like to score that?
Oh my God. What if it's something not? Oh God, now I'm really worried. Okay, I'm only saying it's the Hotone head because we literally recorded it yesterday, and when we turned the gain on down, it was just the same, almost the same amount of gain, but just slightly quieter. And so it was a dead giveaway.
Well, whilst Jim Marshall turns into his grave, would you like to score that one?
5.
5. Okay. Fine. Next.
Help me, Dimebag. You're my only hope. Pete!
No pedal.
So this is all internal reverb and stuff, yeah?
I'm not telling you.
Could you turn the gain down?
Of course.
Could I have a bit more bass?
Of course. Go. I can only apologise. We've had the tube screamer on all the time. Let me just turn the tube screamer off. I do apologise.
That's fine, that's fine. It's not Valve, but it's really good. It was only became apparent when you turned the tube screamer off.
Mjolnir on? Tube screamer on? Anything?
Mjolnir on, please. So I'm sure it's not Valve, and that leaves me with a million amplifiers it could be. How many amps have we got left?
2.
Oh my god.
Shall I recap your scores just to give you a
No.
flavour?
Don't tell me any of my scores. Okay. I really like it.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this a 7.8. Could I hear it with just a little bit less gain?
Yeah.
Thanks. What is it? Okay, 7.8. It's not Valve. I really like it. I've got no idea what it is.
Okay, well, we'll just say it's not Valve and you've got no idea what it is, which is fine by me. So,
thank you, Mr. Lee.
penultimate amplifiers coming up shortly. Intermission. It's a mission in the inter. I do believe that.
Also, I would like to say, I don't think I've heard my own RD1 yet.
Well,
Or have you?
who have you? Yeah, absolutely. That's, to be honest with you, you know, maybe that was what you thought the Hotone was. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What am I doing?
Can we turn the reverb down just a little bit?
Of course.
That's really, really low-endy. Could you remove some of the low end and add a little bit more gain?
I could use a tube screamer to do that if you want me to.
Is there no more gain on the amp?
Yeah, I can do either.
Okay, more gain on the amp.
More gain on the amp.
And take off some of the low end.
There we are.
It's just a bit uninspiring, and I'm really, really, really worried. Add the tube screamer, please. That's really good. Oh, God.
So it's gone. That's what the tube screamer can do, is it? It can
I'm
take
just
an
wondering-
uninspiring tone and make
No,
it good.
you know what I feel like? Honestly, I feel like if I could get the amp in my hands and tweak it, I probably would make it sound really nice. But to tell you, we'd be here all day. Like, take the tube screamer off.
Well, what do you want me to do? I can do whatever you like, assuming
Okay.
the knobs are on the amp,
Could you assuming the
or
knobs
pedal,
are-
or digital device,
Right.
or laptop.
Could you turn up the gain until I say yes? I don't really like it, and I'm
Okay.
so worried in case it's someone who I offend. I'm going to give this a 4. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. You can give that a 4. No problem
I
at
have
all.
no idea what it is. I don't think it's valve, and I'm sure I could tweak it to get it to somewhere that would please me. And it did sound dramatically better with the tube screamer on, but as it stands, I don't really like the amp.
That's fine. Well, look, we've tried 7 amps. This
Sorry-
is not a. This
I'm
is.
very sorry to whoever the amp belongs to.
It's all right, Yoshi. It'll be fine.
Ah!
Mr. B.
There's one. There's one.
Turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Gain down, please.
1.
Can you add the tube screamer, please?
Of course.
God, I've just got no idea at all. It's feels like it really wants to be driven a lot harder. And
Really? You
I
asked me to turn the gain down, though.
No, I mean driven as in pushed.
Oh, do you want a Mjolnir in the front instead?
No. What I mean is it needs to be louder, but it's not.
I
But
see.
It's like it's sounding a little voxy because it feels like it needs to be driven harder.
Let me just write this in here.
You know what? You know that
Voxy.
like the sound that you get from a little valve amp when it isn't quite being pushed hard enough.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Could you just gun it a little bit?
I would do, but Pete has just left the room shortly to do
Oh.
something necessary. So perhaps I'll just see if we can just have a little bit of a doodle around. It's just, we literally, can you check the levels then? Thank you, Chris, that's very kind of you. I just literally, whilst you were playing, got a text message to say that another amp that I wanted but wasn't in the store earlier has just arrived.
Right.
So Pete's run off to get that. So
Another
actually
one?
we'll add an 8th one in.
Oh my God.
But anywho, let's, right. So what do you want, more volume?
Yeah, just like
Okay, it's
round-
coming.
Okay, so it's not valve. So it's not that. So yeah, I don't really dig on it. I'm going to give it a 5
Okay.
because the volume increase didn't seem to rectify the valve issue.
No problem at all. Awesome. Okay. Well, look, special surprise last minute entrance in at number 8 in the charts.
As they say in Malta, 40 minutes till Vorma.
What?
So it's a little bit dark. So could you brighten it?
Of course. Hold on. You got no reverb.
It's got.
Oh yes, it has. It's got just a smidgen of
I
reverb.
think,
Let me just turn the reverb up a smidgen. Okay.
It's gone into a strange mid thing. It's way too much low end.
Okay, we
you
can
dial-
we can
dial
adjust
off?
that.
Put the Mjolnir on. There's something in the tone that I can't isolate or tell you what it is that I want to do, but there's like a mid thing going on that I like, but I want to change. Could you turn it up just a little bit?
I can. So do you want more? I've got more gain or more volume?
More
or-
volume.
More
More
volume.
volume,
And do you want the Mjolnir left in or the tube screamer or?
No, leave the pedals off.
Oh, off.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's quite farty on
It's
the low end.
big
isn't
on
it?
the low
Yeah,
end,
it's-
isn't it?
It's
Well, let's
big.
use the tube screamer to take some of that out.
Yeah, okay. like it. I like it quite a lot. I think there are things I'd want to sit down and play with it until I got it where I wanted, but I'm going to give that one a 7.
Excellent. I like it a lot, but I want to
Play with it.
Play with it.
And get it to, I want to shape it. I want to
Great.
malleably form
Well, there
it.
we are. Would one like to?
Oh God, would I
well,
ever?
actually, let me before you. I'm just going to recap before you do this, in case you go. Oh, let me just try something again. So number 1, you said sounds like an orange. Gave it 7.9. Number 2, you said you've never played one. It's got too much gain. It's 5150-ish, but you still gave it 7.8. Number 3, you said it's a bit like an HT5, and you gave it a 6.5/6.6. Number 4, you said it's the Hotone head, and you gave it a 5. Number 5, you said it's not valve, but you still gave it a 7.8.
Yeah.
Number 6, you said you want to tweak it. You didn't think it was valve, and you gave it a 4. Number 7, you went, it's a bit voxy, needs to be driven harder, not valve, 5. And then the final one, you said, I like it a lot, but I want to play with it. And you gave it a 7.
Yeah.
So currently, the very first one that you tried with a score of 7.9 is your favorite amp. Do you stand by that, or do you want to do anything? You want to play any more?
No. I just, you know,
Stand by that.
it is what it is, man. Never go back on your word.
It is what it is. Well, let me just, I'll just move this. There's all my pedals just falling off, crashed. Okay, there we are, sir. The reveal. Can you read my scribbled writing? Oh, you can't even read, you're blind.
Just so that everyone knows, even without this and without these, I can read the top one says crunch.
It doesn't say
Orange. Oh!
So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, no wonder you got the contour dialed all the way in.
But that's how you make it brighter.
No, mate. No, that it goes all the way through into like mega scooped metal. To make it brighter, you do that, and you'd that would be brighter than that.
But that's where it was, and then you went, "Can you make it brighter?"
Right.
So I turned it up.
Right, yeah. But see, I knew I wanted to play with it.
Well, look.
Oh, it was a PV.
So there you go. Look, so the one that you really liked was the orange, which doesn't
Right.
surprise me. You've always liked orange amplifiers.
Right.
The
Oh, wait, I haven't played that one, have I? The Rocker 15
yeah,
Terra.
we did that review fairly recently.
Right, so
I
I'm
guess
totally
the one I thought you would get, because when you said you're sure it's not valve, but you really liked it, I just assumed you'd go, therefore it's a Katana 100. Yeah, you totally got the Hotone. I mean, to be honest with you, it was a bit freaky, really, because you said the first one you thought was an orange. It is. You said the second one was 5150-ish. It totally is. That's what the PV6505 is, the sort of the...
And I got the Black Star thing.
You totally
correct
said the
for
Black
being
Star
a
sounded like an
Black Star.
HT5, which it is. It's from the HT family. You guessed the Hotone exactly. You said Katana wasn't valve, but you liked it. Pretty much spot on. The Ignator one was weird. It's called a tweaker, and you consistently kept saying, I want to tweak it, I want to tweak it, which I thought was weird. But you didn't like it. You said that was the one that
I'm
you
really sorry, Ignator. I mean,
was
there's
a bit
so much...
uninspiring.
That's the uninspiring one.
Yes.
There's so much you can do with it. I'm sure if I sat down... This isn't a disclaimer, but I'm sure if I sat down for like half an hour, I'd find that place where it would sit happily for me.
These
Marshall
DSL 20 was, again, you didn't really like that. That only got a 5. And then your very own...
Hasn't heard the RD1 yet. Should we get an RD1?
Yeah. You literally went, I'm sure I haven't heard the RD1 yet, so I'm literally just going...
that's
saying to
so
Pete,
funny.
Let's get an RD1. And then we got the RD1, which you kind of said you liked, but you wanted to play with it more. So yes, our winner...
Did you have the RD1 on the low setting?
No, I had it on the high setting.
Right, it's really interesting. But yeah, no, I'd never have it there. I'd put it here or there.
That's interesting.
Because I'll tell you what.
That is where, when you first had it, everything was on 12.
Yeah.
And you went, I didn't like it.
But let me show you. Can I plug in and show you what happens?
Yeah, of course.
Because it's just an interesting thing for anyone that owns an RD1. If you want to get a massive scoop metal sound out of it.
It is plugged in still, so you can just...
Well, my guitar
where's
lead is
the
not.
Guitar. And you know the other thing as well, okay, you're not used to hearing this amplifier with those speakers.
No, totally.
And those speakers have got a lot more bass end than what you would normally...
Check this out. This is how I dial dial my RD1 in.
Yeah.
And this is what effectively you've done. Yeah,
apologise.
no, it's fine. It metals
I
it.
apologise.
Basically, if I do it all the way, this is what you get. It's the metal scoop. It inverts it. Whereas if you put it just to there, it's a bit bright. And if you go the other way,
Thins out.
yeah. So
it's almost like a reverse.
it's because it's a contour, not a. That's all right.
My bad. I was going the wrong way.
It's just my disclaimer because it's my amp and I love it.
Absolutely. Well, there we go then.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the first one where you didn't get hardly any of them
Although
right.
I did score the rocker higher than my own personal.
Well, I guess
signature.
I'd said it wrong, but then
I better chat to Victory and just sack it off and just get myself a Rocker 15, Rocker 15 Terror then.
So there
that
you
sounded
go.
great.
Yes, it did. It did. I didn't. My personal favourite.
And it was a Katana.
Katana sounded great.
The one. What did I say for that?
That you didn't think it was Valve, but you liked it a lot.
Yeah,
your
it was.
Katana was your. I mean,
And was it set to lead or crunch?
lead?
Right. Have you heard it on crunch?
I've probably.
I use it almost exclusively.
There isn't when we did the most expensive amp shootout.
Yeah.
The amps had almost no features on them, and you could literally dial everything at 12 o'clock and pretty much get like their best sound. Whereas with these, perhaps with the exception of the rocker and the little RD1, there's so many knobs and buttons and features to try and nail in.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure that any of these actually do sound best with everything at 12 o'clock.
Right,
So
check
you are
this out.
right. That these are all amps that you kind of need to just, find.
That's the crunch
That's
setting.
crunch, is it? We had it on lead, didn't we?
Yeah. Well,
Do you
the
think
difference.
it's just too much gain on lead?
No, not too much gain. It's just it doesn't sound as real. Whereas if you back off the gain on the crunch, put the screamer on. Whereas if I do the same thing but put it on a lead. It still sounds great, but you can just
Tiny
begin
bit
to hear.
more artificial sounding.
Yeah.
Well, look, there you go, everybody.
The PV for me was the surprise of the entire day because I really liked it, but it was just very high gain.
Yes, I didn't really. I wasn't overly surprised with any of yours. I must admit, I kind of felt like you, I felt like you sort of fairly unfairly marked these down. I don't know why.
I'm sorry.
I didn't
because
think these.
I didn't like them.
But I didn't think these sounded any worse, in inverted commas, to the Black Star, which you gave a 6.6 to.
I think that's because I thought it might be an HD5, and I like the HD5. And
fine.
Like, I'm always thinking about what I would do with an amp.
Your opinion doesn't count anyway, Rob.
No, it doesn't.
So anyway,
but I did good.
You did good. You did good.
Thank
well, there you go. I hope
world.
you enjoyed that. You know what would be great, I think, in the comments section is why don't you score them? How would you have scored them in order? I mean, we've obviously not taken price into account at all here. The Hotone one is £89. I think the dearest one probably is the RD1 at $650.
But it's the only one that's handmade in England.
Yep, there are a lot of these are kind of around about the sort of 500-y kind of mark. But anyway, look, why don't you score them? Because that would be fun. Anyway, that's enough blindfolded tomfoolery for one day. I've been the captain.
Chappers.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.